Yes, I am.
So we got Barles in red with the Kumans and Somero in blue with the Dravidians. So who do you think is a favorite for this series?
Well, it was all about the draft, in my opinion, depending on how many monk civs there will be. And since there's not that many, I would say Boss is a clear favorite now. Somero needed like 3, 4 good YOLO civs, right? With monk crush possibility, but he only got 2, so it's gonna be hard to win with the rest.
Well, you could maybe try and YOLO with Mongols or Koreans, like some, I don't know, weird pushes, but
Yeah, true, but
let's see.
Boss is quite solid against that.
Yeah.
Maybe Somero shouldn't have banned Turks. Maybe he should. Well, I guess then Boss would just pick them and would
Wait,
get ugly.
what is Somero doing? Look at his build. 2 on stone,
Uh,
2 on gold, and he's Dravidians.
oh, wait, I need to speed up. Okay, I
Yeah,
was behind.
speed up to sand.
Let me see.
Uh, that's
I
so
think
weird.
Somero will just boom. Like, quick boom, 3 TCs, maybe Barles, maybe Pulp, Onager, something like that.
No, but why is he on stone if he's booming?
I guess he will sell, and I don't know, it's a bit weird. It's weird for sure.
It's super weird. Like, I think it might be some castle aggression versus a feudal boom of Barles, which
Oh yeah,
might
he's on
be.
stone and gold, right. Hmm. Some super fast castle drop, Urumi push. I've never seen that before.
Well,
We'll
you
see.
said he needs YOLO, and that's definitely a YOLO move. I don't know if you'll have enough to get a castle up with 2 on stone, but we will see. Barles is feudal booming as a Kumans, which makes sense, right? It's the
Yeah,
only
for
way to
sure.
play it.
Yeah.
Like, what I was surprised about Barles' draft is why did he go Malians as the first pick when you have Teutons and Lithuanians? That's what I didn't fully understand.
Yeah, probably he should have taken Teutons, I would say. Like, he has to go one of those 3. But maybe he thought that Malians have the scariest monk crush out of those 3. And he's like taking a civ away from some meta. But I don't know, hard to say. I would prefer to, as Barles, to have Teutons there. Because then, yeah, it's a very good civ against everything else.
Uh, okay.
But
So
Barles maybe will do something interesting like battles or opening or something like that. You never know with him.
isn't Barles like super meta scouts boom player? Like,
Uh, yeah, true, but he likes to do like he hasn't played that much meta. That like, he's still crafty. Like he has some interesting ways of playing. Not with like typical arena aggressiveness like monks and stuff, but more like with unique units. He would rush a lot on the ladder, stuff like that.
yeah.
Versus Somero, though, I guess he will just try to play a boomed up game and yeah, crush him in.
Okay, so Somero is on the way to feudal age. I guess only 2 on stones. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe like an early siege push, like forward siege workshop, 1 monastery, break in and try to do a forward castle, because maybe by then he will have enough stone. Like, I honestly have no idea what's
I'm
happening
honestly
here.
not sure what Somero is doing. Yeah, like it's not a forward castle job or any castle job because he still only has 2. But why would you put a mining cap on stone? Then you can just make a TC there later. And I
Yeah,
don't know.
I feel like it has to be a castle. Barl's map is horrible, so he has forward main gold and stone. So if Somero pushes there, Barl's might be in real trouble here. Yeah, but let's
Yeah, but
see.
castle from home. I mean,
No, no, no. He
doesn't.
like if he goes for a castle, he has to do it forward, like on his face, on
Yeah,
Barl's
but he'll do
face.
the TC first. So for sure he's doing the TC on the right side. He's doing 2 TCs first. Okay, he doesn't have wood for 2 TCs though, Somero. You see he's sending bills on both sides? Oh, he will get wood. Never mind.
Yeah,
Sure, he
he's
gets.
Dravidians. He
Yeah,
will
yeah.
get
Gonna
200
be fine.
wood. Okay, so I don't. If he's booming, then why go on stone? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
All the players are confusing me today. First Vinci and Dark with their weird plays, and now this. My god.
Or why go on gold, right? You could just go on stone, sell 100 stone, collect 10, go up that way, and then you don't need to be on gold if you just
Yeah,
land.
especially with 4 villagers. If he's not going for a monastery, why would he have 4 villagers
Yeah.
on gold? Unless he wants to buy food, but he already has so much food. Yeah, he's buying food, okay. Weird. Weird.
Yeah, he does have some nice relics though. He didn't scout the one on the right, but relics this close, I would say he should go for a monastery immediately and just you can get at least 2, I feel like, with just monks.
Yeah.
Because they're so close to the gates.
What?
Yeah, and Barles is now going on stone. It's a really weird build by Somero, but I guess not everybody can get clean builds like me, so
Right.
that's his fault. Okay. So he's still on stone. Is he like thinking more of defense and not offense? Is he like scared that maybe Barles will go for forward castle as Kumans after feudal boom?
I think seeing his stone being so forward, he's afraid that Barles will drop his castle exactly, on his walls to push him off stone. And maybe he wants to have as much stone in the bank before that happens so he can get his own castle and then go for like 3 TC in. I think that's kind of the reasoning. But it would be better if he just went on stone later. Let's say right now he could go on stone with 4 or 5 bills. It would be more efficient overall.
Yeah. This is also a rematch, by the way. It's already met in the first round of the group stage with Barles winning 3-2 in a very close series. And I already mentioned that earlier today, that so far, until today, until Vinch Dark, in all the rematches, which we had 3 of, the player who lost in the first round, won the rematch in the decider, so...
Yeah, true. It was Barles Miguel, Kingston C2, then Winchester Dark, right?
No, Winchester Dark, Vinch won both. That Vinch was the first one too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But those 3 sets were repeated, right?
Yeah, we had one more. There was another one. It was... Who was it? I already forgot. I'm sure Resna will tell us. Anyway, Castle Age for Barles. Slam Andy, right. Slam Andy.
Right. Okay, so Somero is doing a workshop. He's gonna try to prevent. He's hoping to, prevent a castle right on his walls. But I think Barles will be smart and will place it just a bit outside so that a mango won't work, and still have the forward position. So yeah, the wheels are coming forward. Yeah, Bloom. Castle is going up for sure.
Well, I mean, if Somero had siege on time, he could have denied it, especially with the outpost that he's doing to see that coming. Not sure why he did a siege workshop and not do a Mangonel. Now he's doing a Mangonel. Okay. But
yeah, it's quite risky by Barles. No stable. Just went up blacksmith market. He has a barracks, not making a spear. Barles is blind. If Somero just had maybe his own barrack, 2 spears and a mango, then he can totally stop the castle.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Weird. Really
he will see it for sure with the outpost. Yeah, Barles doesn't have the stone, so it's not the greatest build. He's missing quite a lot of stone.
Well,
yeah, he just bought 100. Yeah. Okay, here it comes.
Yeah, and he can see it. I mean,
it's a smart castle. You can't stop it. I mean, yeah, you can if you shoot the scout.
Alright, so first of all, that was horrible. Second of all, Viper moves. 2 gates on the side between the walls and the castle. Castle denied.
I mean, it's so risky for Somero because it's humans, right? You never know. What if they have 2 scouts or 2 lancers on the way? You open the wall.
True. That's
right.
True.
It's so risky.
That's why they get. Didn't Viper do it against you actually? In one of the previous tournaments.
So. No. I remember that he did it, but it wasn't against me. He did it against someone. Not sure
it was running. Yes. He did 2 castles in between his walls and the gates, put them on Gonel there, denied the castles. That was beautiful, and Somero could have done here, but I mean, Viper, there is only one Viper, so yeah.
Well, many people have tried since then, but I've seen some fails as well.
That's true. The risk could be very dangerous. Like if you misplace it and there is a step lancer or something coming in, you're dead basically.
And that's why Somero didn't delete the wall and just go for it, because exactly what you said. Yeah, if it fails, he's basically dead. I mean, now Kipchaks, lancers, whatever can be running in.
Yeah, and Barles is on the way to Imperial Age. 66 villagers, 2 town centers. How to stop it now if you were in Somero's shoes? Like, what's the next move?
Well, obviously it's Onager Pike, but you need to do a very safe castle. Like, the castle has to be way in the back of your base. You still have both golds in the back, you have enough stone, so you can just abandon the stone. And you basically need to buy time. You have, or you will have eventually much superior eco. but it's really tricky because the timing advantage is just insane that the humans have on you. Somero should probably idle everything now and just go up. Like, stop making bills and just click up.
Yeah,
Not on the main PC.
I agree. Yeah, not the lizard. You see, he has 14 villagers queued, so basically if he DQs them now, he can go
Yeah,
to
he
him.
can click up. Oh, he's doing.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
he clicked up from the which DC? Oh no,
And
from the main one, I think.
we
Nope.
judge his stone, but he basically now got enough stone for a castle,
Yeah.
so that was good in the end. And second castle from Barles. Somero into a very defensive castle.
Yeah, the problem is Barles will trap half of his base before Somero is ready to trap back.
Yeah.
And he needs to make a castle probably where his second gold is, like behind the market somewhere.
So you go for pikeman onager or you go for skirmisher in Somero's situation?
I think it's much like skirmishes get countered by just a mangonel or some knights. Barles has a stable. I think you have to go pikeman onager. You have cheaper pikemen at least with Javelians. Like potentially you can even get halps later, much easier than other civs. I feel like that's the most cost efficient count. And he's a Black Forest player, so he should have good micro with those units.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, he's going for the pikeman onager indeed. Getting the pikeman upgrade castle is far at the back. Villager numbers. Still a lead for Somero, but Barles is catching up.
Yeah, Barles is making 2 traps. The problem here is that Barles will always have a good eco behind, so Somero won't even get ahead in builds because he will lose that PC in the middle. He lost already some farms, and yeah. But his army long term should be better, right? So not having siege engineers on your onagers is not important against humans because Kipchaks don't have bracer and humans themselves don't have siege engineers, so that's perfectly fine.
Okay, so far Somero didn't lose almost anything. He didn't lose a single villager from this push. He's gonna lose a town center, but that's not that important. He has a great disease at the back. Fully bandit and onager for Barles. Interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna get tricky then.
So both will have onagers, but Somero will have the Barles will have the trap advantage, even though he's only doing one more right now.
Well, the good thing here is the gold for Somero. He still has full access to both golds, which is very important right now. Because if his main gold was where his stone is, he would be in huge trouble.
Yeah.
Because he would be on a timer.
Yeah, and Somero is doing chemistry, so he'll be able to also add cannons, which could be great. And another castle by Barles.
This one he needs to start trapping immediately. Yeah.
No. Kipchaks are coming, getting... Well, only one villager. He doesn't have... Wait, oh, no, it's 4 villagers
he
already.
Lost like 4 builds.
Yeah. No ballistics for... Ah, he does have ballistics, actually.
Oh, did he kill the castle?
No, he deleted the castle.
Oh, no, he deleted, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, when you have 2 traps, I guess maybe you should wait for 3. Hard to say. But you have to go for the castle, you have to have vills close by to repair the traps, and then just...
I actually like the position of Somero. Like, this is what you want to have against Kuman's fast team, right? You want to get to a situation like that, not to lose too many villagers.
Yes, that is true, yeah.
And
the
have
problem
this
is,
composition.
Barles will have his own onagers, so that's gonna be tricky.
Well, Barles is... Yeah, go.
Yeah, I mean, Somero still has to break out in a decent time, because if he gives Barles too much time, Barles has the whole map, right? Somero will just run out of gold, basically.
Yeah.
But it's fine for now.
But Barles is not that in economy behind this. He's still on his 2 town centers. He could have, like, this...
Yeah, but that's kind of hard. Like, you usually always stay on 2. Well, Barles will kill a trap, that's already bad for Somero.
Repairs the trap, not the siege
The
workshop.
workshop.
Ah! Okay, that's good micro by Barles. What? What did he shoot at? Did he shoot at the farm?
I don't know.
weird.
They're both misclicking. Kipchaks are not very useful here, especially when there are halves on the field, because you can't get close to halberdiers.
Don't lose the trap though, Somero gotta repair the trap. Oh man. Killing that castle will be crucial. It will be so crucial. Got one trap, Kipchaks are coming. Nice.
He needs another trap. Sell wood, make another trap. That's the most important thing right now. And
That's
keep
what
the
he's
onagers
doing.
away from traps because yeah, exactly. He already lost 2 onagers to the missed shots.
Oh man.
Yeah, it comes down to micro here. He's doing cannons though, bomber cannons.
That's good.
I guess it is, but it's also risky because they're so expensive.
I mean, there aren't too many keep checks to snipe them. And let's see the micro here, 1 for 1. The halbs are now. Oh, the halbs are in a good
They only
position.
have 1 armor though, so the castle does massive damage to them. Let's see the cannons. Yeah, I would prefer traps over cannons. You can get unlucky, like the traps can, you know, snipe your cannons. Like it happens at the worst possible time.
Now the keep checks are coming. Not too many halbs left. The onager popped out. Let's see. Barles is diving, losing keep
Yeah, good thing
checks.
these are not manga dice, right?
Yeah. uh, keep checks are so annoying. They always do so little damage, and you're sure you're gonna kill, and it's not killing. And now, well, 1 trap only left for Barles.
Keep checks do a lot more damage when my enemy has them. When I have them, they don't do anything.
True. Okay, 3 cannons. Now chemistry for Barles. Gonna make those keep checks slightly better, but the traps are gonna go down.
Okay, so now the
Yes.
castle go down. Yeah, looking good for Somero, to be fair. The will count is the same though, so I mean, if Boss can maybe manage some kind of, yeah, exactly, champion switch, like not champion, maybe just two-handed. He has 18 on food though. It will be very, very hard.
Interesting. Both have similar economy. Now the keep checks are diving. That repair. Now he's fine. And both should start thinking about any town centers, no? Or well, both have decent economy actually. Just need to fix it to get more farming eco going.
Both need to get farms, yeah, but they're both microing, so they don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Boss is still keeping the castle alive, so Meta is now mismicroing his
What?
traps.
Did he shoot at his own onager? What the hell was that?
I don't know what he clicked, like attack round.
Yeah. Can you kill your own onager with an attack round of a trap?
No, you can't, unless you have Werewolf. Then you can. Because Werewolf does damages everything, but I think normal trap shot can only... It's like Scorpion, right? It only hurts enemy units.
That's a lot of that keep checks now. Wow. And the castle still stands. There are so many villagers
the
repairing,
castle
but
still
half are
stands.
not
Barles
working.
is just doing what you like to do, probably just selling everything, buying stone,
Yeah.
15 vills. But
Yeah.
Somero still has gold, so it's not that clear that if Barles keeps that castle alive for 5 more minutes, he's gonna win. It's not true. Somero still has a lot of resources.
He needs farms though. Look at his farms, man. 2 farms on the left side, so far away from the DC. Like he has so much
Look at the
wood.
wood. Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
wood
issue
price
with
is out
APM.
already. For both already sold off the wood. They don't have time. That's the easy thing about Balls though. He can, yeah, like he's doing. He can always select 10 lumberjacks, put them on some gold somewhere, or stone, and Somero can't do that because he's still trapped in his base.
Yeah.
And the castle is actually full HP, so because Somero is shooting, what is he shooting with the traps? Oh, you know, what
He's
doing,
selecting
like-
all, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
but that's a big problem. I mean, that's the problem having 3 different types of siege units. Because then it's hard to just double click. But his traps should be shooting the castle all the time.
Yeah. And again, they're shooting keep checks. They kill the keep check now. Oh boy.
Yeah, Barles is out microing big time right now.
Yeah, Somero has no military right now. He has 2 cannons, 1 onager, 2 traps, and Barles getting kills on cannons. Let's see, but no, look, they do almost no damage, and that was big. Like,
Bad.
oof.
Yeah.
Ay. So both are very low on military right now. 7 versus 7. We are back to feudal age.
Okay, but now look, the Barles went away with the Vils for 1 moment
No.
from the castle, and now he dies because he can't prepare it.
That's big for Somero. Let's see, the micro is still going on. We got more keep checks coming, but now Barles has only 1 castle, so he will really struggle to keep the keep checks going. He needs more siege
Somero really needs
workshops.
to make farms. He needs to add like all the space. Like right now, even where his traps are, just make a mill. Yeah,
Yeah.
these buildings are not that good. They're just gonna block.
2-handed swordsman now for Barles, so...
Yeah, that's
but he has
complicated.
0 right now, doing now
Well-
5 long swords.
Somero has chemistry, right? Already. So in theory, he could add some hand cannons. Just 5 of 6 of them would be enough for those 2-handed.
Yeah.
Let's see if he thinks of that. It's actually much cheaper than doing his own champs. Cause For that, he doesn't have the resources. But he needs to break out. He needs to secure, I mean, the stone again, second gold. The problem is Barles took so much of that gold, so I think long-term Barles will just win this game due to having the full map.
Okay. Yeah, he's taking also resources, you said, sending swordsman now. Somero still has no idea what's coming. He can almost see that when these long swords, but one tile away. And wow, he's also taking also stone on the right side, Barles. He's taking also gold in the middle. Yeah, looking really good for him. And already 130 villagers, so he doesn't even need on centers anymore. He got basically full economy, he just needs to
Yeah, I
balance
mean,
it
so
out a
does
bit.
Somero, right? Somero now has 32
Yeah.
farms, which is much better. He still has a bunch of idle vills. Look at them stuck near the workshop because there's a wall between.
Where? What? Ah,
Okay,
the
now he's
villagers,
feeding.
yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to wall everything. I don't like that. Boss has 5 relics. You're not gonna... Okay, he's afraid of the two-handed, sure,
Yeah.
but... You can just make roomies from the castle, maybe. You know, he has the infantry upgrades. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
There is a hole though on the wood line. Oh no, okay, he saw it.
Yeah. Just maybe one castle, Urumi production. Cheap options right now. That's important for Somero.
Yeah, or I still like the hand cannoneers that you suggested. Not sure why he's not in range. He's
Yeah,
still
hand
with a lot
cannons
of
would
wood.
probably be best. I think he forgot. It's something many people forget that Trevinians have hand cannons.
Yeah.
And Bowser's gonna cut on the right side and probably raid him with something.
Oh,
with
that
some
could
champs.
be great.
Yeah.
That could be great. All of his economies there is undefended. Lots of villagers. Most of his economy is there basically. And
Yeah, and on the left side. So that's a classic Barles move. This is what Barles likes to do. Just split your attention, open new fronts, and he's gonna open 2 new fronts. And I think this will be the game for Somero.
yeah, nice. It's looking like it's gonna be over soon. Somero is now doing the wood steel and he's doing infantry upgrades, but yeah, he's doing Urumi, but he has only one, and the champions are gonna be in on the right side, the champions are gonna be in on the left side. Stop attacking walls and go, Barles. Oy vey. Any chance for Somero, or is this absolutely over?
I think it's over. It's not like he's more skilled, right? Barles is just better at this stage of the game. And yeah, Somero lost all his siege in the front, all the onagers. He doesn't have a counter to champs, basically, so...
Yeah. Well, good game. Good first game, it seems. And hope we get more of that in the next ones. Somero is still trying, but now I think you can officially declare this a dark noob. Yeah.
Somero actually did wood steel.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it. So now he can do some damage to the champs, but yeah.
Ooh, all the cannons. All the cannons. Ay. Yeah. GG. GG. Very nice first game. Barles is 1-0 ahead here, looking strong. So what did Somero do wrong here? Like, what was his...
I think it just came down to micro. If he did, I'm not sure about bomber cannons. I would probably just not even do chemistry. It's quite expensive at that point. No, I wouldn't even have uni or chemistry. I would just, or cannons. I would just have more traps, more wheels repairing, and just stick with just onager, hub, trap. And then if I see any barracks or two-handeds, I would add 2 ranges and make hand cannons.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that would be a bit cheaper and more efficient. Because in the end, like, it came down to micro, right? They were both microing hard, all in. And yeah, Barles like just microed well enough to keep Somero contained long enough to get his own champs, and then it was over.
Yeah, that's it. Statistics. Military-wise, kill death ratio was better for Barles. Also had more military. Economy, well, was quite similar. Like only like 175 resources difference, something like that. He had way more wood, Somero, but less food, less gold, and less stone. So Barles' economy was much more balanced. We had the same amount of villagers basically, and more APM for Barles. So let's see. Let's update the score and check the draft.
They both use their 3rd sip, so this doesn't change much. Somero still has his strongest 2. But if he wants to win, he'll have to win with Koreans or Mongols as well, which
Well,
is gonna be
I,
tricky.
I heckin' love Mongols, so I
I
don't
know
know.
you do.
So let's see.
But I
Uh,
don't know what's a good matchup for Mongols from the Silver Barles Fest. I don't think any. Maybe versus Malians might be the best one, but even there.
versus Magyars. Well, Magyars maybe. Oh, Vietnamese like full siege drill kappa. Oh, we'll see. There are options. They have started already, so let's see the matchup for
Yep.
game number 2. It's going to be Lithuanians, Ethiopians. Oh wow. So who's favorite here?
Well, I think this is a very close one because if you play Mata with Boom, then Lithuanians sure have great skirms, but Ethiopians have siege engineers, torsion engines, like Halp switch is fine versus the cavalry switch. It's about even game, I would say. Eco is about the same as well. But then if you play aggressive, like monks with Lithuanians, Ethiopians are quite good against that as well. So it's not like you will just kill them. They have heresy, they have like cheap options. I don't know, even sometimes just bracer crossbow can be very dangerous. Shotos, defensive castle, stuff like that. So yeah, not a bad civ to be against monks when you don't have your own monks.
Do you think Somero will monk rush?
Mm, I think he will. I think he has to as well. I don't think he's gonna win a BBC war against Barles. Like that classic bombard cannon dancing and then transitioning macro behind. I think Barles is just better at that. So
Okay.
probably Somero should go all in here, 1TC.
No, he has perfect main gold, so that's nice for a monk rush. Stone is disaster zone, and secondary gold is also forward, so not the best map for him. Barles, it's the other way around, forward main gold, perfect stone, perfect secondary gold, so should be okay to decent map to face a monk rush, right? The main
Yeah,
gold.
Barles map is pretty good for to face him. Like he has, yeah, exactly, all resources that he needs in the back at least once. So.
Yeah.
Relics are also better for him. Well, maybe not. Relics are fair. If Somero does the monasteries where the wolf is, that's kind of a good spot to get the relics too. If he forwards balls.
Yeah, actually that's a good spot. I mean, a bit on the side, but yeah.
Yeah, because
Uh,
sometimes it's hard, right, when you're forwarding to get the faraway relics if the guy also has light cat. But
yeah,
here it's quite a good spot if he scouts them.
I misspelled. Oh yeah, I called him Somel. Thank you. We fix. Bro. So are we gonna see what are we gonna see from Barles? Like after the scout war?
Yeah, I think he will just open stable. I wonder if he will go blacksmith or market. Maybe market. And then we'll see how he maybe he'll send Wills forward. Hard to say. But probably he remembers right in their first set. This is how Somero won as well. He was Malians, Barles was Lithuanians. It was a bit of a crazy game.
Well, I didn't see that one, but yeah. So is there a chance
Scout
for a
5.
sig boom from Barles? Like, oh, should be
You
not
mean just
moving.
pure boom?
Yeah, not
Like
feudal
fast
boom.
AP.
Like, go for exactly what he's doing now. Don't go on gold. Count on the 100 extra gold and food that you get as the Ethiopians. Get to Castle Age and then do a sig boom without anything. I think he's going for that actually.
It's possible for sure, but I don't know if it's the wisest thing to do. Like just give Somero freely forward position. Because you still have to, like, Somero has all the monks numbered in imp, right? He has good micro with those. So that would be the type of game that would come from that. I think for Baus, it might be better to contest at first with some scouts, like force some mistakes from Somero, at least like early Castle Age, and then maybe just switch to more defensive castle, maybe into boom approach. Well, first of all, let's check if Somero is even. No, Somero is going 26. He's not going forward. I think Somero will play meta.
Yeah,
He
he's
has two
going for
lumber games.
scouts.
Yeah, he's going scouts. Yeah.
Okay, not a fan of that, maybe. But actually, it makes sense. Like, he wants the relics Lithuanians, right, for the late
Yeah.
game. Uh,
I mean, Ethiopians are really a tough civ to Monk Rush. It's
Yeah.
just they have they have very fast, smooth start. They have heresy. They have cheap units. It's definitely not a civ you want a Monk Rush if you can choose. So that's why he's probably going
I-
scouts. Yeah.
Is it a good idea so by Barles to just give up on the relics versus Lithuanians? It seems like something you don't want to do.
Yeah, but I think Boss expects a Monk Rush. So let's see if he does, like, I guess he'll do a TC, one TC on stone. But by then he will know that Somero's uptime is too slow. He's probably not forwarding him. And I guess he will go fast Arbalest into Hops, maybe early Torsion Engine against Skirms. That can be very scary. And I think it can totally work. Somero, if Somero is not doesn't read it in time, makes maybe too many scouts, makes like 5-6 scouts, is on the map, and then Barles is just booming, gets significantly ahead in eco, it could be scary because Ethiopians have very strong early in push if they're untouched.
Yeah, I mean, even with the relics, like, I feel like Ethiopians still wreck Lithuanians. Like, how many ladies or paladins are you gonna do anyway? It will be mostly trash. And
Well, it's mostly siege, right? In general, Ethiopians struggle against good skirms, which Lithuanians have. And then into some kind of +4 cavalry switch, whether that's just hussars or I don't know, like cavaliers or lattice or something like that. But because then they have to do halps, and then Arbalest plus halp kind of still gets countered by skirms, right? The only saving grace here is the torsion engine and the fact that that makes their bomber cannons extremely strong. But in general, Ethiopians do lose against civs like Italians, Saracens, just in the meta gameplay, simply because they cannot do the final cavalry transition while those other civs can.
yeah,
They're kind of the weakest. They lose to Vietnam for the same reason. Like all these civs that are in meta played are BBC skirm into Hussar. Ethiopians lose to if it's like even game, even skill. It could be Lithuanians is one of them as well. But yeah, like I said, I think Barles is just more skilled in that type of game. So we'll see.
do you like the monastery Barles? I feel like it's a big waste of wood, like, and gold. Like, he can do one monk, he's not doing it, is he on stone? So that's one monk and pray.
Also, he has no relic really close to him. So if Somero is
uh,
paying any attention, I
Maybe
mean
the
the
one
one
on
on
the
the left.
left, yeah.
Yeah. By now, Somero should, I mean, or soon he will realize that there's nothing coming out of Barles gates. So then he should just stand next to the closest relics and chase his scout with the other scout.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, well, that's what he's doing. Yeah.
I think it's a waste by Barles, but we will see. Doing also one monk,
But you
getting
know what he
26
wants to
up
do? He wants to have a monk just to heal
to
his
heal
scout.
and be annoying, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
But let's see if that scout will survive. With
It
some
will.
good
It's a monk.
micro, Somero can block and gets a kill. Should he get a kill? No,
No, no, no. No, no, he cannot. The pathing is also too bad. Then boss will just get 2 scouts and then it's a disaster.
yeah. Okay. After seeing the monk, should he do light cav? Or,
No, no, no. I think he should just.
well, he's doing,
Just.
so.
I don't like that.
Oh, and
Well,
look
boss
what,
is actually doing a
yeah,
barrack, so it will be good. Yeah.
yeah. He gets a free pikeman upgrade, so well, the problem is again, like, with this build that you can only do one monk, and if you lose a monk, it's over.
Yeah, because he's not on gold, and he
Yeah,
didn't TC the gold either, so
yeah,
he has to make a mining camp if he wants to go on gold.
yeah,
Uh, Not that great. Maybe the TC on the left should have been on main gold for that reason.
exactly. If you do this build, which I like to do quite often, like, you have to do CTC on gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh no, Somero. Pay attention. Okay, getting one hit. Somero is now adding his third on center. The boss will be on 3. Barl still not going out. Now he's going out with a monk. Or not. No. Okay.
Yeah, the problem here is also that, as we know, scouts are faster than light caps, so Mero can't chase those.
Okay, let's
That
see.
one scout. Well, Balls can if it's low HP.
Okay.
Yeah, but
It
now
will
Balls
be.
has 3 pikes, so that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
he should take that relic home. I don't think that Somero should engage here. Nothing good will come out of that. Unless he gets a conversion of a spear of a pikeman, but nah. Let's see. Scout is coming from behind? No. Light cover diving in. Okay, blocking his own monk.
still get one pike now, but it's not good enough.
Yeah.
You should
Okay.
just go back to the mount then and the pike. You cannot fight here.
So it was worth it in the end by Barles. Like, if you
Oh,
get one relic, I
yes,
think it's worth it.
it was. Yes. He should kill the scout, wasn't watching.
Yeah, why are you running away?
I would save that pikeman. Like that pikeman is perfect to protect your monk against the one scout that boss has.
Yeah, exactly. Sanctity for Somero, for his 2 monks. He's now 3 villagers behind, eco upgrades. Oh no, 3 villagers and wheelbarrow. Barles already got wheelbarrow. I hate his mining camp. What the hell is that mining camp by Barles? Mamma mia.
Oh my goodness, that's a horrible one. That's just the one you drop and, you know, quickly go back to your army.
How do you even, like, how do you even drop this one? Like, you need to actually do the click, and your brain should not allow you to do this
You meant
click.
Somero, because we have like a term in Amigos Somero. That's a Somero mining camp actually, but it's just that boss did it, not Somero. It's a really bad one. It's probably the worst one you could do.
Yeah,
Touching this goal.
Somero has decent mining camp. I would have done 1 tile closer, but
Yeah, true.
it's alright, but still.
But in general, Somero is known for horrible mining camps and lumber camps. So.
Okay, oh, don't lose. Okay, well, he should get it. He needs 1 more. Okay, he wants to convert it. That's even
it's
better.
a low HP, so boss is letting him have it, but he should heal it and... Oh my god, he's gonna convert. Okay, he switched to the high HP.
Oh, that was so good.
Can snipe the low one,
Yeah.
perfect. Good job,
go for
Somero,
the
but you
monk.
still have to go, for the relic.
Oh man, he should have seen it
And boss still
disappearing.
gets the scout.
He
So
realized.
boss will-
No, he should make it home, right? Yeah.
Somero is also house. He has 700 wood. Yeah, he's in a bit of a pickle. He's 8 wheels behind.
And the down center soon. Force DC is almost, well, 60% up for Barles.
Okay, he will get the scout now because it's sanctity. So
But
there's
heal,
no way he doesn't.
heal. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's impossible to.
So it will be 3-2
3-2.
for Somero, which is much more than I expected for Barles. So I guess he should be happy with that. Well, with the 2 onions, you probably want at least 4, so that's not ideal. Still an advantage. Don't lose light. Come on. Wheelbarrow now, heavy plow for Somero. It's heavy on the stone
Boss is on
bars.
40 Cs, by the way.
Yeah, and he's heavy on the stone. I don't understand that.
What if he's planning to go Shotos?
It's possible.
Yeah, because basically the only really good unit against them for Somero would be hand cannons. Maybe not like straight Shotos, but you know, like they take less damage from cavalry now. Lithuanians don't have ARPs, so their infantry is terrible.
Convert
So yeah, it's fully upgraded Shotos can only be killed by hand cannons, pretty much.
Okay.
Obviously, Lakis kill them, but Lakis are more expensive and it takes longer to get them.
I really hate the building positions by Barles. Like the castle is blocking the gold. He has a farm behind the stone. Like he's blocking all the mind game positions. Okay, now he's doing it on the other side, on the gold. Handcard for Somero, gonna do university. He's thinking about him, but Barles is very close to click up. He's almost there, and he has a huge economy lead, so this is looking so good for him.
Yeah, Barles is in great spot. He probably doesn't know that he has that much of an advantage. Like the score doesn't show it; it's only 200. But he's in fact in a very good spot.
Yeah, and he's getting loom now. He's already doing shuttles. Not sure what's up with that. He could be going to imp instead.
Okay, what about Somero's farms on the right side?
At least there are mills there. Like,
No, what mill? On the right side, there's no mill there.
Yeah, I mean, at least do a mill. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If you already did these farms, you have 2 spots for a mill. Choose one. Okay. Pledging for Somero, so I guess that's a skirmisher opening. Yeah, he's adding ranges. I assume he's expecting Arbalest from Barles, and well, he can see the shuttles.
Any blacksmith upgrade, so we don't really know what he's planning to. I guess he's still deciding. He's not sure. He's not doing either fletching or any infantry.
He's
okay,
adding barracks.
I guess he's going like half siege with torsion engines.
But against cannons, it's a bit dangerous, no?
Yeah, but he might do his own cannons, right? He'll be up first anyway. So torsion engine, BBC, and halves. Like if you have a better eco, I think that should just kill Lithuanians.
Okay, Somero doing Botkin and in range is on the way to Imp 2. Should, I would say, move the relics as a back already, like just in case the monastery at the back, don't leave them forward, especially Lithuanians.
So. I think if Barles is ever there where Somero's monastery is, the game is over anyway. So should just try to fight.
I love the outposts by Barles all around the map, being the Ethiopian, so you can see basically all the middle now except the small part in the north, so he knows exactly what's happening. He can see that Somero is on stone. Cannot see the ranges yet. One outpost on the wall would be great, actually. And we got a castle in the middle by Barles. He went full shuttles.
I think he's hiding, or he just forgot. But he has one blacksmith. Like, he hasn't done any upgrades on his unit. So he showed the shuttles, and that's why Somero still thinks he's going range units, so he's still doing skirms. But yeah, so Somero thinks because he doesn't see upgrades on shuttles that Barles is going arbs. And that's actually a mind game by Barles, because he's in fact going halberdiers and siege. Or shuttles. But yeah, now he's doing the first infantry upgrade, right? So that was a nice little trick.
Both are doing chemistry, so we'll get cannons from both. Both are ready in siege workshops. We got 2 for Somero, 1 for Barles.
Although, to be fair, Somero should just make one more light cap and just use it to scout, right? Like, for example, if he went past the walls from Barles, he would see all those barracks and...
Yeah, he has a light cap, but he's busy taking an outpost in the south.
Yeah, or yeah, use that one as well.
Conscription.
Somero has no vision right now. He doesn't see anything.
Yeah, that's true. That's the difference between the two. I so much prefer to be in Barles' shoes when he sees everything versus blind Somero. And now he can see the traps coming. He can see some shuttles, and he can see maybe another castle.
Yeah, and he sees no fletching on the castle, so now he knows. So now you need to do hand cannon, stop all the skirm production, do hand cannon and BBC, and hope for the best.
Ooh,
I mean, it's not bad. Yeah.
Look what's happening. Somero just finished chemistry, so he wants to do cannons, but Barles is gonna take down both siege workshops again. But he's taking... What is he attacking? The gate? Could have taken down both siege workshops and denied the cannons. But
no, he's shooting a wall. He misclicked.
Oh my god. Yeah,
yeah, but that's not... I mean, that's the problem of the game right now. Like yesterday, I'm sure you saw when Baba Urum deleted his gate, right? That's just terrible hitboxes. Like when you click somewhere, it selects a building 2,000 away. And
really,
what happened? Yeah, it's very bad. Sometimes you click like in open space. Like that's what happened to Boborum. He wanted to delete a house foundation, and he clicked on it, but it selected the gate that's like 2,000 below. So then he looks like an idiot. But the game is bugged in that one.
Okay, so what happened in game number 4?
No, there he was like.
Okay, and cannoneers now from Somero. That's a good counter to the shuttles. I like the walls. I would never blame the game, guys. Not because they're our sponsors. Did you know that they're our sponsor? $10K, guys. So let's see. What is Barles doing? Is he just shuttles and cannons?
I mean, Somero still needs a cast. So, like, the fact that he doesn't have a castle by now is quite bad. He needs conscription, he needs some traps, all those things would be useful.
Fortified walls, that's some PF skills right there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, he needs fortified walls. That's very important upgrade right now. Super cheap.
Look at the monasteries coming up by Somero, and he's doing block printing.
Yeah.
Gonna switch to monks.
Also just do heresy, I'm sure, when he sees the redemption. And here he can afford it. Like, he'll sell a bit and do it. So the funny thing is, in game 1, when they played the last time, Somero actually killed Barles with shuttles. It was Ethiopians versus Magyars. And yeah, so it's kind of a payback in a way.
Okay. So full map control for Barles, that's good. I guess he should already send villagers like to the outside. He has on the outside gold, on the gold in the middle. Like take all the resources in the middle while he controls it, right? Just so he will
Yeah.
have the gold at home saved for later. But well, he's heavy on everything, so yeah.
I mean, it's super
Racer,
awkward position to
yeah.
be Lithuanians because you don't have siege engineers, you're versus torsion engines. It's just so hard to take any engagements, and basically it's gonna be same as game one. Boss will just starve Somero of resources, and then he's gonna finish him off with one big push.
Yeah. How much gold does he have? Well, I see his main gold is almost untouched, basically, Somero. So he's still fine for a while. He has 4,500 gold at home, which is okay for a while. That's 45 months, right? So I think he's fine.
I mean, there's no good unit to switch into now. You would think Cavaliers, and before the unique tech affecting like the damage from cavalry, that would be a good idea. But now I mean, the shotters will still do well fighting under castles.
Okay.
So maybe now Somero should delete the walls. Maybe now they're hurting him more than helping.
Yeah, he saw the conversion sounds and he instantly clicked heresy. And he sends the cannons back, but Somero still doesn't have redemption, so the cannons are still fine. Using some hand cannoneers there.
Barles also has coinage queued up, so that'll also be a big one.
Okay, look what he's doing now. Onager and Barles. I assume he's not going to use it against hand cannoneers, but he just wants to cut maybe and send the shuttles in?
Yeah, very possible, yeah.
Coinage! First time ever in Masters of Arena 7. Barles is going to cut and trade. Okay. That's a misclick, I assume. He want to do... so how is it called?
He did guild already.
He did guild. So I don't know.
I don't know what he wanted to do.
Oh no!
Yeah,
the cannon shots are... What? Did he drop? No, he's microing. GG.
No.
Okay.
It was over, yeah, for a while.
Yeah.
So probably in hindsight, Somero should have monk rushed. We fear that this would be the outcome if he goes for a standard game.
Was it disrespect coinage, like to show dominance? Or...
No. I don't know. Now it's looking very bad. Now he has to try to win a game. I guess. Would you play Teutons now if you were Somero?
Nah, you gotta save them for later, right? Let's first see the statistic
yeah,
this
then
game.
you might just lose 3-0.
Better finish early than like suffer longer.
I think Barles should play Vietnam now. I think it's save Malians, and Vietnam is kind of good against all the civs, except maybe Teutons. But if you force opponent to use Teutons, then it's perfect.
We will see statistics for this game. Kill death ratio triple for Barles, 77-26, so much better. Somero did collect more wood again, but Barles collected everything else. More food, more gold, more stones, more balanced economy. He had... no, Somero actually had more villagers, but still not enough. And more APM for Barles, so 2-0. Barles needs only one more victory to go to the round of 16 and secures himself $250. Let's see the draft. So we had the Ethiopians winning against the Lithuanians. So both used Civ 2 in Civ 3 in the first game, Civ 2 in the second game. So according to this theory, Malians, Teutons, or what?
Well, I'm already in game 3.
And
this is a massive Civ win for Somero, so he better win this game.
Let's see, I still don't know. Let me open the game. Teuton Sicilians, yeah, that's a big Civ win. That's a big Civ win.
Really not much. Like, Teutons can basically just get 2 castles up, some Teutonic Knights, 1-2 bomber cannons, and that's enough. Or they can go champs, or they can go hand cannon. So many different options. Sicilians just really struggle. They can even go monks.
Yeah, but what can Teutons do versus Siege Tower Castle drop? Like,
right. I mean, they can let it happen. Just go in, to their own castle. I don't know.
Okay, like I think this is a perfect game to see Siege Tower Castle drop. We haven't seen it in the tournament yet, and anything but that, and I will be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm pretty
And
sure Barles will not be the one to fulfill that wish. And he
well,
has a good map.
look at the map of Somero. Like, imagine a castle in
Yeah,
between the gold
that
and
is actually
stone.
true. If he does it where the boar is, it might just
Yeah,
be game over. I mean, or like a
yeah.
really tough game for Somero.
Well, it has been nerfed, so the chances are super small. Even if, even without the nerf, it would have been small. But with the nerf, it's almost
Yeah, but
out
also
of the
knowing
question.
Barles, he has no faith in siege towers. Like it's one of those
What?
units he absolutely wouldn't go for because the few times he did go for it bugged out. Was usually there. Like he tried to, sometimes when they don't transport over the walls, and
Uh,
yeah, he got really mad. So if there's one guy that's not doing siege towers, it's Barles. I'm sure about that.
Well, yeah, as Resno says, maybe Somero can go for crossbows with Teutons, like Winchester did today. That would be something.
Yeah,
And
that was. I just saw that first game. I didn't saw the rest. It was Teutons versus Bohemians, and it looked like it's gonna be a crossbow war, right? At some point.
it was very weird.
And then I think he did Hobbs as well versus Bohemians. That was a weird game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Barles has much better maps than Somero, I would say. Stone and secondary gold at the back. Main gold is not nice. But again, like, okay, if you don't go for Siege Tower Castle drop, what can Sicilians actually do here? Like, what's...
Well, I mean, you can outskill your opponent because you basically have just a worse civ and everything, but kind of a similar civ, right? So, like, your surgeons are still okay against all the infantry from Teutons except Teutonic Knights. Like, you can be fine versus their champs for a while. You have siege, right? You don't have bombard cannons, but you have like onagers. You get faith with unique tech, so you have some protection against monks. The only advantage you have for much later on are you have light caps, right? And Teutons have only scouts, so you can like
Ooh,
transition into that. But I guess the best approach is some kind of donjon creep early imp with Botkin and basically just like try to push with like onagers, donjons, traps, and the first crusade to give you this initial push. I won a game like that, I don't know, like 1 or 2 weeks ago in that matchup. But it has to be forcing mistakes from Teutons, because if Teutons play well, then yeah, you're just gonna die. It's inevitable.
oh yeah, but check what Barles did. He actually found or somehow took control of two pigs, and so now Somero got back, and he scouted a bit, and he can see both the gold and the stone. so
That's that's very dangerous for Somero.
yeah, he knows that Somero has a horrible map. If that can lead to a Siege Tower Castle drop, I will be so happy, but probably not.
But even just, like early imp, if Barles gets a castle up there,
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
that's
And then
true.
Somero has to wait for chemistry, and yeah, if he loses the map against Barles, now Barles knows that if he wins the map, he's gonna be rewarded with great position on Somero's mines. And that's not good.
Yeah. Barles not going on stone, going up with 25 villagers, going on gold at the back.
Yeah, I don't like those mine lumber camps. Like everything is bunched up in the same spot for Barles. He went on gold there. He has both lumber camps there. I don't like. It's gonna be tricky to add PCs. It's gonna have to have everything in the same area.
Yeah, it's always nice to split to both sides.
Yeah.
Barracks for Barles, barracks for Somero. So, are we gonna see Teuton scouts? Yes, yes.
I think just spears. I think Somero will just spam spears.
Oh,
Just to have some presence on. Oh, never mind. There's a stable.
stable and two
Blacks.
blacksmiths. Yeah, okay.
Kind of weirdly placed. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't do the blacksmith there,
Yeah.
but it's not that important. Well,
Eh,
to be fair, the relics are not good for spear spam. They're far away, so you just have one close relic if you don't have your own scouts, right?
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be hard.
So blacksmith stable for Barles as well. So both are doing the same thing, but unlike Somero, Barles can do light cav. Somero does get the extra armor, but don't think that matters that much in Scout Wars, so it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, also let's keep in mind that Sicilian light cap do a bit better against spears. So I guess
That's
those two
true.
bonuses even each other out. It's like normal spears versus normal light cap in the end. The spears have one more melee armor, so.
Yeah. So what should Somero like aim for the opening, at least in him? Like Teutonic
Well, I
Knights
would go
or
Teutonic Knights. I think Teutonic Knights are completely unstoppable for Sicilians. Like their best option is no thumb ring, ARPs, or you can just go your own champs. To be fair, if you don't feel confident like with your stone positioning and your timing, if you lose the map, you can just go champions. Champions with Gambesons are, and then in the rare instance, the Sicilians goes full Cavaliers, which champions trade cost effectively against anyway. But then you can just switch to halves, and it's very easy. But your champions are very good against Resurgence, and obviously they're his halves. So yeah, champion is the safe one, but I would probably try to get Teutonic Knights. Yeah, like that's one of those rare cases where they make sense in a competitive game.
well, Teutons are so versatile. They are slow, but they have so many options. Like they can basically go for any composition that you can think of, from paladins to Teutonic Knights to champions to half siege to hand cannoneers, like to monks, or just castle defense with correlations. I fucking love them.
Yeah, you can just do some cannons, some castles, so he can trap those. You can make some Teutonic Knights. If you want to, you can add hubs, you can add hand cannons. You have so many good options against Sicilians.
Yeah.
It's
But
very
for now, no monastery for Somero. He prefers that on centers first. Did he see all
But
the
if you forget,
relics?
he doesn't get husbandry, like, because if he's trying to do that thing where you just do husbandry in your scouts and you keep running, like if Barles does husbandry now, he will just catch his scouts and kill them. So
Yeah,
and guess what he's doing? He's doing husbandry.
maybe he watched you versus Nikov and said, well, I'll do what Nikov did.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But it's not that
Yeah,
type
it's
of
not
match.
gonna work with Teutons. Weird. Okay. Second TC for Barles here on the wood. Okay.
I mean, Barles is not doing monastery either. So in the end, they're like neither can heal their scouts just yet. They're both
Oh,
prioritizing
that's
boom,
true.
and then they will add, I guess, the monastery. I mean,
But
and to be fair, the relics are not gonna decide this matchup. I
yeah,
mean, it's gonna be, yeah, about if the Sicilians can do enough damage to Teutons early enough, and if not, they will die. That's like what it will come down to.
but Barles didn't do light cav, so in theory, right now, yeah, he's faster, but Somero is stronger
Somero
with
has
the
stronger,
scouts.
exactly. So if they fight, Somero will win.
Yeah.
Boss has one more scout though.
Okay, Bolsa now for Somero. Barles still without Castle Age upgrades, eco upgrades, I mean. Bolsa on 3 town center, villagers number small lead for Somero, 2 villagers ahead.
Yeah, Somero just needs to focus on dropping farms and not worry too much about the relics. He sees all 5 on the map anyway, so he knows that Boss is not taking them yet, which is perfectly fine for him. He could do even 4 TC on stone, maybe Somero could. I wouldn't mind that. Buy 100 stone. Oh, never mind. Doesn't have a market, right? He cannot do that.
Barles can do that for this season. He's Sicilian, he gets an extra 100 stone, but he's not there just yet. Still not a single monastery. What the hell is this monstrosity?
Yeah, it's funny. They're both preventing each other from taking the relics, but nobody's going for the relics. So.
All those
They might as
scouts
well
were
have nothing,
useless.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Like stay with one scout and chase each other. What the hell is that? What about both of those barrels? Quite important, I would say.
Yeah.
Getting the market now. I hate this position of the market. Like that's so many good farms there. It's a good place instead.
Yeah, that's true. He's not on stone yet, so I wonder if after that, why is he even doing a market? I guess he'll buy. He was on gold this whole time without making any monks, so that's definitely
oh yeah, it's a lot of
bad
gold.
play.
Monastery finally coming up for Somero. Try to get some relics, doing 2 monks already. Small villager lead for him still, but Barles now doing the wheelbarrow and the boso. Okay.
Somero has 10 more farms. That's pretty good. Not sure why Boss is so behind.
Yeah, that's true.
Doesn't have Bolso either. That's weird. Somero is just out macroing him.
Well, he's getting it now plus wheelbarrow, but Somero is already getting heavy blow.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Barles is also adding some monastery.
Yeah, Somero, so they will both have a monastery. And now the relic war starts. Minute 18.
That's a very late relic war. Okay, Somero realized, okay, I get the extra armor, I can fight. But Barles got reinforcement and got the speed, so that should be a death scout, maybe. I guess.
The boss will just
No.
fight here, because he has the husbandry. Somero desperately needs a spearman. One spearman will change this fight completely. Otherwise, he will just lose all force. Okay, that's lucky. Like the fact that Barles, I would just run in if I was Barles here.
Yeah. You should get light cups though, like, you have the resources. Click on the light cup. It will help a lot in this
Yeah, I agree.
fights.
I agree. Like it's not a long-term unit versus Teutons, but it's so cheap upgrade. He should probably do it even now to snipe monks, and yeah, it's a good idea. Maybe he thinks that Somero is not doing any monks at all, right? So he thinks it's a waste.
Look what Somero is doing, so he's adding a second stable.
What's he gonna do? More scouts? He has 2 on gold. He can't do knights. I don't like that. He's just delaying himself. 600 wood. He should just go on stone with like 10 lumberjacks and just think about going in. Forget the. Get that relic on the right at least. It's very close to you. Have 3 monks.
Minute 20 and we got the first relic for Barles. Getting handcard too. Okay.
Yes, a matter of 1000 wood, my goodness. Just do handcard. Unqueue some builds. Or wheelbarrow. He doesn't have wheelbarrow. Yeah, that's not good. Don't make 2 stable scouts. It really doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, if it will help him pick up 4 relics, I think it's worth it in the long run.
But then you can just make spears and it's more useful and stronger as well.
Barles needs more farmers. He's still 10 farms behind.
Meta is not taking any relics yet. Like, why is he not going for the right relic? Barles is just taking relics. He's taking the second one.
Yeah. The one in the north should be for Barles, or no, Somero is going to right now. Somero is now going for all the 3 relics, and just to lose all the monks.
Okay. And look where he went for the third, like for the right one in the front.
Oh man.
And he's 1,500 wood. Oh my god.
It takes the relic though, Barles. Take it and run. You have that stop healing spears. Takes the relic.
At least fight Somero, like
run.
Just
no, but send a spearman to distract. Okay, now that's a dead monk. It's a lot of scouts.
Somero just needs to fight. Those scouts are all useless anyway. He's killed the spears. And when did you see that many Teuton scouts on arena?
In post team when there is no other options. A lot of barracks by Somero. Adding some knights too.
So Barles is going ranges. He's going arbs. Yeah.
I mean, that will be quite good against the pikemen that Somero is planning to do.
Well, Somero should just go onages in that case, right? Play that way, maybe champion onager or pulp onager.
Well, for now they're still deep in castle age, at least Somero. Barles is very close to go up, so if it's pikemen mangonels, the crossbows should clean. Like Barles should have decent micro.
Okay,
right?
you know what Barles' plan is? He's gonna go some crossbows here, and he's gonna try to force a castle up on where he sees Somero, but it's not gonna work because Somero has 2 workshops there, and yeah.
He cancels the barracks, basically. That's good.
Somero can click up as soon as right now. Click up, Somero. Click up. No, you don't need to wait for uni. Just click up. You have the monastery. Oh, he queued up 2 mangonels. He'll be up first, though. He'll be up first, so.
Yeah, Barles can also sell. Oh, Barles is doing the castle at home to secure the relic, I guess.
Okay, so they're both up at the same time. Somero will have 1 relic, or like he'll have the second one, yeah. Which is not important. Like in the end, it's all about making it to input even eco, and you can take those crossbows. I think yes +1, yeah.
Okay, let's use a micro. Mangonels are coming. Oh, the split on time, nice. Scouts are useless here.
Ooh. Well, maybe yeah, it's fine. They will. Oh, they won't really kill them all.
Oh, the monk is alive. Can he get a conversion?
Oh, the bonus.
Oh yeah. If he would gotten a conversion, it would have been sick. He could have killed the Mangonel, maybe.
Yeah, that was a great trade for Barles, though. And he sniped the monk at the top.
Yeah. And he's doing 3 siege workshops, Somero, so I guess he's gonna go full Onager pikeman, but he's also doing +2 armor for the cavalry for the knights. So I'm not sure what he's doing.
Barles will try to play, I think, like Arbalest, light cav. I don't know, and Somero. Somero has to do Onager, obviously, like he knows that. And then just barracks and prepare, prepare pikemen and swords and then see whichever one you need. If it's surgeons, you go champs. If it's like cavalry from Barles, then you go halves. But usually it's both. So just champs is better.
Okay, we got a castle at home for Somero. Not doing any more military. Doing one Gonel, not sure what's up with that. We got the
I don't like it.
Yeah?
Sorry, go ahead.
Go.
I just said I don't like that the castle is so behind. So such a safe castle. I feel like he needs it where he's building the outpost. He needs to control that area, and he's afraid that he's gonna be much slower in, but it's not true. So
look at the castle by Barles, though. Somero, can he see?
yeah,
He cannot see it, no.
I mean, Somero has the bomber cannon option, right? He gets chemistry. He should get chemistry, so he can like win the trap war. He's doing it. Okay, he's doing onager. He should delete the wall and maybe make, I don't know, some Teutonic Knights just in case the First Crusade comes.
Okay.
That's another problem. Like First Crusade, and there's 20, 25 surgeons on the field.
Yeah, but like unless they're not elite or something like that, they're quite useless, I would say.
Another castle.
I don't hate that. Because now his
Yeah,
traps will be quite safe from cannons.
Yeah, Somero will lose this game, I think.
To Arbalest? With Siege? With Teutons?
Oh, no, he will just lose the map slowly. Like, he will run out of gold, basically. Because if Barles controls that only gold outside Somero, then Somero will just lose out on running out of gold, I'm sure.
Okay, both got one trap out. Both are doing more. Chemistry will kick in a second, so we'll see cannons. If Somero has a wood, now he has. What? Do you like the Men at Arms upgrade by him against Arbalest?
Well, I mean, you have to prepare something, right? He knows that anytime Barles can do First Crusade, so he needs some protection for his onagers. But he needs a workshop inside as well, because those two are useless. He only has one workshop at this point. He's doing a cannon from it.
Yeah. Hoardings and masonry from Barles. I like them. Gonna give his castle some more HP to hold better.
Barles is doing the PC to do First Crusade, so he gets maximum amount. He doesn't need that. That PC is only for surgeons. Now he has 5. And now he clicked it, yeah.
Okay. Wait, are you a bit ahead of me? How do you know?
31... 10.
No? Okay, he just clicked. Okay, you're probably without capture age, right?
Yeah.
So, that castle is going down. We got one cannon only for Somero. He got onagers. Now Elite Sergeants and First Crusade. Okay. Like, if he kills now, game is over. I mean, Somero. But if... Whoa, what's the onager shot? If Barles doesn't kill with a push.
Oh, nobody went to the castle fire. Okay.
Oh
it's
my
fine,
God.
but it's not needed. You could have ungarrisoned on top, But maybe he did, and it was just the DE bugging. That's totally possible.
Okay, let's
Here comes the third, and Somero doesn't have enough against him. He has like 6 long swords. Okay, he's quick walling. Go.
Oh! The Palisade against Elite Sergeants and Trebs. One Palisade to save the city. Just delete it and do it at the front. What's he doing around? Okay, like hard to think like that.
There's a gate open in the south as well.
I need a second. You entertain them.
Okay. So Barles killed a lot of vills on the right side, it looks like, with those ARPs. And Barles is actually 40 vills ahead of Somero, who's only 110 vills. Yeah, this is looking really rough. Barles is pop. Somero is doing champion upgrade, but like I said, you'll probably run out of space and resources.
I am back.
Look at the vill difference.
Well, I guess that's too many villagers actually for Barles.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, he should delete some. He's pop, like with 50 units, they're not that strong.
But that's what he wants to do now, kinda, against the stronger Seal. Like, try to harass him from the side, get some arbos at the bottom, which he just lost. Push, like, surround Somero and not let him breathe, like, push from every possible position. Because Somero is gonna do, like, a Death Ball military, right? He's gonna do onagers and champions, and he will keep them all together, so he will be vulnerable for radiance.
Right, so that's why Somero has to TC that right side where he's doing those stupid workshops. That's where the TC needs to be, because he needs desperately stone for more traps, and he needs that gold. So there I would have a TC and then later a castle while I'm pushing in the middle. And here come the dungeons.
Yeah, Barles wanted the dungeons there, but there is already a siege workshop that he doesn't know about. That's a scary military from Somero here. We got 39 champions now with full armor, full attack, and 5 onagers.
5. Exactly. So those arbalests without thumbring are not gonna be doing that much to them.
Do you like the onagers though from Barles?
Is he doing them? Yeah, he's upgraded.
Onager, siege engineers, and lots of dungeons.
Yeah, Barles has 4k gold. I mean, he should just delete some bills and just go anything like SO, Halberd Cavalry. He should go expensive units. And he's doing the dungeon on the right side, yeah. Somero is too slow, he's not.
Dungeon with Sergeants, I love that. The champions are there. Okay. Imagine if Sergeants could quick wall. That would have been.
Oh, they can with a dungeon, right?
I mean, that's with, I don't know, with maybe, I don't know, with
what.
With
stone walls, that would be insane.
Maybe even
in feudal already, right? You would like make a dungeon,
I would have been sick. I feel like Sicilians do need a buff or something.
Yeah. In my opinion, they just need to get back the 50% resistance instead of 33 or whatever they have now. But yeah, this game is looking rough. Barles is doing SO, and that's just gonna be the end of Somero.
Somero is losing so many champions at the bottom to Arbalest.
He misclicked spears now. There's a lot of spears.
Trap goes down. Onagers are going forward. 4 traps exposed. He needs to get good shots. He needs to get. Oh no, he's backing. Oh no. Oh no. 4 death traps. 3 death traps. Or 4? No, 2? What? 3. Light Cav now, 4 Barles getting the siege onager, lots of champions dying. Kill death ratio is a bit better for Barles. I guess the issue will be gold soon for
Barles has 5k gold.
wow, that's a lot of gold.
And he's just gonna finish SO, and then it's gonna be hard.
At home, Somero has 1800 gold left. He's now taking the gold a bit outside. 1 dungeon would deny that. But that might be an issue for him. And I love that Barles keep pushing with dungeons at the bottom. That area, as he said, is super important. Should have been a TC there. Gold and stone exposed.
Yep.
Okay. Barles cutting those annoying trees in the middle. Maybe it was a misclick, I don't know. But those trees are super annoying sometimes.
Well, yeah, when you have SO, you just want to get rid of all the stragglers where you're fighting so you don't misclick at the wrong time.
Do you think that maybe should be removed from arena, like those trees in the middle?
Probably, yeah. Even the small wood lines can sometimes... Well, I guess they're like strategical, right? Because they can affect the game, like how you move around them, where you... When you trap or do BBCs or Monk Crush. But the stragglers, the one-time trees, I think they're just annoying, just useless.
Look at all these champions going down. Wow, that was horrible for Somero.
Yeah, he's taking that gold. He misclicked. He clicked the house instead of the dungeon. Look, it happens all the time. And now the dungeon is shooting.
I don't know, it never happened to me in the later games, but I don't know, I have flawless micros, so...
Yeah, probably you don't even notice it, because you misclick all the time anyway, so... you didn't attribute it to the game.
All the onagers, all the cannons are going down. This is not looking good for Somero, very low on gold. He's taking the gold there, but why Barles doing all the dungeons right outside of the line of sight of the, not line of, or range of the gold, sorry. Like, do it.
I mean, he's trying to creep forward. But basically, if Barles lands Somero half of his gold, then Somero could still win this game. But yeah, without it, he won't.
Barles is saving gold for round of 16. Oh, that was a big shot now. Now he will need to use some of that gold. But the Onger is gonna get sniped by one Sergeant. Come on. One Sergeant. In the south, we got more dungeons. Somewhere Barles is gonna take all the gold like he doesn't have enough. Should take the stone too. Somero still trying to push with champions, but the dungeons.
Do arrow
yeah.
slits on those dungeons.
Oh yeah.
Forgot.
I mean, that's not something you usually think of, right? You never think, okay, I should get arrow slits with Sicilians.
I think that's the only upgrade he's missing that matters. He has everything else in this game.
Okay. More barracks. Like, it seems like in all the games, like, Barles always had full map control, and that's the main reason why Somero is always losing so far, I guess. It just doesn't have space to breathe.
It might have been wiser to try at least one game to just boom and ignore the map, because whenever he fought for the map with Barles, he was always banking a lot of wood, right? Macroing words behind, and then Barles just got the good position on him. In this game, for example, he was in a really good spot before they started going for relics, when they were just booming, right? Somero had 10 more farms, he has still the better civ, but then he started doing double stable scouts, and he had all of a sudden 1000 plus wood in the bank, and it all went to hell from there, so...
Yeah, I mean, feels like we are summarizing the game, but Somero still has decent units. He has a lot of cannons, he has champions.
Yeah, but look at Barles' cut on the right side. I mean, he's trying to raid his base, and Somero has really no answer to that. He doesn't have traps. If he does cannons, he has to micro them, which is hard, because he also has to micro the front, where he's not losing everything, so... just too much. And he's open, right? He's open both sides.
Yeah, the dungeons were actually a very nice touch here by Somero. Yep. Look at the quick walls. Oh, he actually quick walls the Siege Onager. And the Siege Onager is getting a lot of kills in between the dungeon. The Siege Onager already killed 9 units. Somero is still trying though. But, ooh, almost losing a cannon. Gonna lose it. Oh man, lost it. Okay. Somero is also losing villagers. He's down to, 102 villagers, and this is over. So, feels bad for Somero that he casted this set and not the first one that he played against Barles, because that one was much better.
The first one was much closer. So this is like the 4th time. No, actually, never mind. Barles also won the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was 3 times that the result was the opposite, right? And 2 times that it was the same. In that one. Yep.
Well, Nikov versus Ganji is not a rematch. What?
Well, they haven't played yet. That will be the first time, right?
So yeah, it's still a surprise that we had more winners in the rematch for the losers of the first game. But yeah.